strolling just to see if somebody hadn't died. Huh? I be scrolling on Facebook just to see if somebody hadn't died out here in the doggone streets. I don't know. I don't know what happened to my life. I don't know if that's like a form of excitement or anything. I really don't know. Something has transformed my thought process. I have no idea. How y'all doing? I'm Willie Williams. Appreciate y'all for joining me. This is the Willie Williams Show. This is the midday news show. Y'all come on in, hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button. I think the thumbs up and the shares like right next to one another. The 414 Kill Walker is checking on in. The place to be. Say at work with it. Say what it do. Willie say what's happening. What's good. Say the 45 OKC Oklahoma City Oklahoma is up in the building. Say the Bronx New York is in this bitch. Say what poppin' past. Say let's get these 30 minutes of fire. What's happening? Chicago is up in this thing. What it do? What it do? Tennessee is in the building. Come on in. Sit yourselves right on down. The 334 The Gump Monkey Town is up in this thing. They say, I know Willie wasn't coming back last night. He gave Gemini response if I ever heard one. That's what's up. My bad. Bam, 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 bam. What is that right there? Atlanta's up in the house. Come on in. Sit yourselves, like I often say out here. We also streaming live on Rumble. Rumble.com, The Willie Williams Show. Twitter.com, The Willie Williams Show. And Twitch, what do we look like on Twitch? We have 258 followers on Twitch. We also trying to get up to 260 followers by the week's end. Need to support, like I always say. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Go ahead on and do that right there. Bam. We finna go ahead on and jump into some news out here in these streets. I'm trying to stroll, catch some real quick. What do I have? Just to make sure I'm not missing out on anything. Today is June the 12th. Today is June the 12th. Sunday is Father's Day. Sunday is Father's Day. Shout out to all the fathers. Shout out to all the a lot of people are gonna call them sperm donors. If there's not really deeply in their child's life, they sperm donors. Did y'all know that men who pay child support is called sperm donors also? Because the women may say, or they say that, but they don't spend no time with the kids. But the women is not fighting or going to court, trying to get the courts to force the man to spend time with the kids. But you'll go to court to force the man to pay for the kids, but not to spend time with the kids. That's what's up. Or just trying to see what else is out here real quick, and I can't find nothing. Don't look like they sending out any notifications. We just gonna make it do what it do. Bam, 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 bam. Hold on. Bam, bam, bam. Trying to make sure I'm not missing anything before I go ahead on to jump on into it. Hell, let's just go ahead on to jump on into it. Bam, bam, bam. Slide all that right there. How's y'all doing today? How is everybody doing today? I'm glad that you all was able to join the show. Come on in and see what we got going on out here in these streets. All right. I saw this a while back when it hadn't happened. I saw it when it hadn't happened, but I forgot to even say anything about it. The Wire. I was finna say The Wire rapper. The Wire actor was in a tornado. A lot of you all would never experience a tornado. A lot of y'all have no idea about a tornado. You know, it's where the wind go to doing what it's going to do, and then it go on and tear up stuff. Sometimes it miss your house and your car or your apartment, job, or anything, and then sometimes it just hit everything. Sometimes you be in the building, sometimes you don't be in the building, but you just never know. The Wire actor son had got injured in the tornado, and they're saying that he will be out soon. He will recover. Well, he is recovering well right now. He survived the tornado, so he's recovering. This is what they saying out here. Here you go.
Who survived a direct hit from a tornado in Henry County is getting out of the hospital. His parents were relieved to give us the update first on Channel 2 Action News at 6 o'clock. Channel 2's Courtney Francisco live now at the Shepherd Center in Buckhead tonight. And Courtney, he's transferring there tomorrow.
Right, because doctors here specialize in treating traumatic brain injuries, so he'll live here while he undergoes rehabilitation.
When I get out of here, y'all the first dudes I'm gonna see, bruh.
That's Malachi Cheney talking on the phone with friends for the first time since surviving a direct tornado hit.
We just gave him his phone. He asked for it, so we gave it to him.
He cried, and I was like, "Are you in pain?" He said, "No, Dad, I'm just overwhelmed. These are tears of joy because
he is the Wire actor, in case y'all don't know.
the whole world has checked on me."
His parents met me Tuesday night to let me know doctors are releasing him from Grady Memorial Hospital and transferring him to the Shepherd Center.
I'm feeling relieved.
That's a facility that specializes in treating traumatic brain injuries.
And now the next phase starts, the next road to recovery.
He and his son were the only two home when the tornado hit their house in Locust Grove on May 29th. It left them both hospitalized, but the son was hurt the worst. Neighbors and rescuers found him hundreds of feet from their home in the woods.
When I showed up, they still hadn't found him. So it was just chaotic.
She said the blow left him with broken bones in his face, broken ribs, punctured lung, and a neck injury.
We had a father-son talk because he was angry when he was looking in the mirror at his face, and I said, Malachi, I think we're upset because we can't blame nobody. Nobody tried to take our life. We didn't get into a car accident. This was a natural disaster. It just happened to hit our home. I said, so we can't go fight a tree. So he laughed about that.
He's laughing, eating, and starting to walk.
He's my superhero.
Before leaving Grady, they said he wanted a haircut, and Dad made it happen.
I got his haircut. He wanted a haircut.
And he's already making plans with those friends.
We gonna go somewhere. I don't know where it is, but we going somewhere.
Already making plans. I love it. Courtney Francisco back out live from the Shepherd Center. So, Courtney, we know that recovery is a long road, and tonight is night number 14 in the hospital for Malachi.
Yeah, and his parents have been there with him the whole time. They go back to the hotels sometimes, but they really don't have a home to go to because you saw what's left of that, and they'll be staying by his side here, and they just aren't sure when he'll be well enough to return to the home that they rebuild. And they said they hope he can use this as a testimony to help others who are going through a tough time. Wendy?
He's going to get some world-class.
That's what's up. I got to go ahead and bag it up. Y'all say that his name was Poop. I remember watching The Wire. I just did not remember his name. I want to show you something real quick. And this happens in a lot of cities. In a lot of cities and a lot of states, because a lot of times we're not paying attention. Y'all might not understand this right here because, again, a lot of y'all have never seen storms, so y'all really don't know what's going on out here in these
Grove
streets.
on May 29th, it left them both hospitalized.
What is missing? This is the house that was destroyed. This is their house that was destroyed. What's missing from this house? If y'all know anything about homes, what is missing from this house? And they have been doing this to cut the cost. They have been doing this to cut the costs across the country for the longest, and people, they really have not been paying attention. And also, they is doing this or have been doing this in the great state of Florida, the state that have the most hurricanes. So, all right, I'm getting no answer for it. Cool. Let me go ahead on and explain what you don't see. You don't see concrete. Yeah, right? Oh, all right. You say, where are the bricks? Yeah. It used to be back in the day, they used to build houses with concrete. This whole house has been built with plywood. In case y'all don't know, in case you have not been watching construction going up for apartment complexes. When they is doing new construction, pay attention. As the apartment complexes get built, they are being built with plywood. They're not being built with concrete. And it shocked me over 10 years ago to actually see it In Florida, they was building homes, building apartments without concrete. They just plywood, and I'm like, well, how in the hell is they getting away with this in the great state of Florida when we have these things called hurricanes? But they passed the bill, or they passed the law, as long as the plywood can sustain such and such winds and all that fly stuff. Then it's cute. And then when the hurricanes come on through and have destroyed these homes and buildings, then it's like, oh well, hope you had insurance. They used to get built with concrete. You say, Willie, they do prefab constructions now. Yeah, but that's not everywhere. That's not, what is the word called? That's not the majority. They is building them from the ground up. I've been on so many. Damn it, the damn words keep slipping my mind. I've been on so many construction sites. So many construction sites throughout Florida in the past 15 years. Hell, I think I've been on most of them. But, yeah. They build them from the ground up like this. But no concrete.
But the son was hurt the worst. Neighbors and rescuers found him hundreds of feet from their home.
Oh my God, the house is so big. The house is so beautiful. It big plywood. It big wood. They selling y'all wood for $300,000-$400,000. They selling y'all wood for $300,000-$400,000. But we don't care nothing about it. Just hear what it is. Move right along. I ain't gonna even much hold you. Shout out to Hidden Hills for the cash app, for the $2.04 cash app. Say thanks, Unc, for being you and helping through tough times. You is welcome. I try to do what I can. Save wood and vinyl sides. Yep. Cause that's all. I thought I had it back on the screen. That's all that this house is: wood and vinyl sidings. This done charge you $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. They say, Willie, they selling wood for $750,000 in DC. You see what I'm saying? One major storm, the home is gone. The home is really, really destroyed. Now, the good thing about tornadoes, a lot of times it don't hit all the homes. See, a hurricane, it will go over all the homes. It may not destroy every home, but it goes over all the homes. A tornado is like it jumps. That thing jumps. It's rarely that it stay in a straight line. It jumps around. And that's why some people's houses just don't get hit. Some people's houses just absolutely fine. Others, your neighbor's houses, flatline. Done. Out of here. Needs rebuilding. Because this house right here looked at like these houses right here. Yeah. So, hey, Sugarland, Texas is up in the house. What it do? Y'all come on in, hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button. We need to be at 100 really, really quick. I want to be at 100. I'm at 80. I see 80. Can we get to 100? Can we do that? Grab that right there. What was this right here? Got that. Okay, let's go to Chicago. Got Chicago. If y'all just not coming on in, we also streaming live on Rumble, Kick, and Twitter. Yeah. Rumble, Kick, and Twitter. I got my things jumping on around. Some are everywhere. All right, bam. See what we got, what we can do. They have been doing the protesters and stuff about the ICE raids, and this thing has been running all across the country. It's bleeding into other states. It's bleeding into other states. Now other states is deciding to do certain things and, to protest and stuff like that and, speak their grievances and stuff. But so the National Guards has been deployed in Los Angeles, as we see. And now I'm waking up this morning and I'm seeing that there is going to be tactical teams deployed in Chicago. What is going on in Chicago?
Good morning. Well, city officials learning that the federal government has prepped ICE tactical teams. Federal agents were told that they have 48 hours to stand by and be ready to deploy.
There will be tactical teams, there will be mini tanks, there will be other tools that they use in which they plan to do raids, as we saw in Los Angeles.
There's one branch of government right now in this country, one branch. He has taken over the courts. The Congress says nothing. And so people are terrified. But in the city of Chicago, we are going to remain vigilant and firm in protecting what is sensible about our existence. And that's ensuring that the Constitution is actually maintained. Here's the bottom line is this. You either support the Constitution or you do not. And right now, this president is literally just trampling all over the Constitution.
Now, Mayor Brandon Johnson says their first order of business is keeping Chicagoans safe in the event of an ICE operation in the city. The deputy mayor for immigrant, migrants, and refugee rights says one of the challenges they will face is the need for legal support and deportation defense. Johnson saying ICE raids create division and chaos. Earlier this week, Chicago police arrested more than a dozen people during a large Tuesday evening protest against ICE activity. City leaders say it is fair to allow Chicagoans to exercise their right to free speech, but preserving public safety for people to shop or work downtown is also top of mind.
We will work with our community partners to continue to stand up for our immigrant community and for all of our people in our beloved city.
Now, a few events happening today. Today, there will be a press conference downtown. Local organizations will speak about how ICE is impacting communities. There will be a 4 p.m. march, and on Saturday, there will be a rally at the Daily Plaza. Live here downtown, Winnie Deutsch, WGN News.
Players say that we will remain vigilant.
Yeah. And right now, this president is literally just trampling all over the Constitution.
Trampling over the Constitution, but we had them pointed out that there is exceptions to the Constitution. So at one point I thought he was trampling over the Constitution also, but when you continue to read, and it lets you know about if they have been around here less than 2 years, out of here, gone. And you know what else crazy? A lot of people think that the only people who are supposedly getting deported is Mexicans, and that's not true. It's the Venezuelans, it's the people, Haitians, it's everybody who is up under them. Who is that country that them people was around here killing? Venezuelans, and yeah. So it ain't just our Mexican brothers and sisters out here in these streets. But I want y'all to also understand this right here too. Watch it.
Now, Mayor Brandon Johnson says their first order of business is keeping Chicagoans safe in the event of an ICE operation in the city. The deputy mayor for immigrant, migrants, and refugee rights says one of the challenges they will face is the need for legal support and deportation defense. Johnson saying ICE raids create division and chaos.
ICE raids create division and chaos. Division and chaos. Like I said yesterday, for some reason we don't speak up, we don't protest when the dope houses is getting raided. We don't say nothing about that right now. Dope houses have families and stuff. You separating people from their families when they do the dope raids, right? The large dope raids that is being done out here across the country. We don't protest that, and we would never say it causes division.
Port and deportation defense. Johnson saying ICE raids create division and chaos. Earlier this week, Chicago police arrested more than a dozen people during a large Tuesday evening protest against ICE activity.
And I will continue to tell you, darky you folk, that ain't your business. That ain't your business. Moving right along, I ain't gonna even much hold you. You ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Leave it alone. I know that people have been trying to expect. You know what's crazy about Dog You Folk? Dog You Folk has also been trying to scare you or scare us into, we got to stand up with these people. Stop listening to these dummies. Stop listening to these dummies. That shit ain't got nothing to do with you. I promise you it ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm just saying. Move right along. I ain't gonna even much hold you. What do we have here? We talked about it going down on the weekend. And I just might be a part of this, but I did say that I may go on out I did say Tampa or something like that. I may swing on out there to Tampa and watch the No King
protest this Saturday across Broward and Miami-Dade County.
Now it's going on in Broward and Miami-Dade County.
Protesters are pushing back against a military parade. It comes on the heels of unrest that we've been following in Los Angeles, and it could mean even bigger crowds.
CBS News Miami's Joan Murray is on Fort Lauderdale Beach, where a combined demonstration is set for Saturday morning. And Joan, organizers are working to keep everything under control.
Yeah, they have actually taken a lot of preemptive steps. Now, we are along the beach north of Sunrise and across from Birch Park. This is where the sidewalks will be filled with protesters on Saturday. And we learned today that it's going to be a combined Hollywood and Fort Lauderdale group, and that they have taken a lot of measures to make sure everything stays calm.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. Something must have got to go.
This was Hollywood 2 months ago, a No Kings protest, a peaceful demonstration against what protesters say are President Trump's authoritarian leanings. A preview of what's expected to be larger and louder crowds Saturday when Fort Lauderdale and Hollywood rally, along with Miami and Miami Beach.
We rebelled against a king 250 years ago.
Linda Gonzalez has been part of No Kings protests going on for months. With her sign and American flags ready, she believes disruptions in Los Angeles over immigration enforcement will motivate more people to turn out.
Our whole Florida economy is thanks to people who have...
Can y'all answer me this question right here, though? Democrats is upset with what Trump is doing about immigration. Barack Obama deported more people than Trump has. Barack Obama deported more people than Bush had. Obama deported more people than all the presidents. Am I correct? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Shout out to Christopher for the $10 cash out. He say bringing back the midday news. I appreciate you being around here. We're trying to do a little something. Monday through Friday, in case y'all new around here. The midday news at 12 o'clock. Yes, selective outrage. She said, watch this. She said that we have been going against the king for 250 years ago. Got it. You ain't 100 yet. I do understand what you're talking about. But you didn't go against the king when Obama was the king. You didn't go against the king. Hell, you didn't. Who was the president? Obama, Biden. Biden sent some people back too, right? Shout out to our Dodger Trap for the $2 super chat. You say, Pastor, I heard they paying them $200 a day to protest. Yeah, I heard something about that right there too, and I'm gonna get into that maybe later, or I just may do some standalone videos on it because I did see something about that right there. Sure enough, did. So it is selective outrage. So for people to believe that people is really caring about the immigration and or the people getting deported, they need to be thinking again. They really don't. They really don't care like that.
Immigrated here.
They care who is doing the deportation.
They, our food, our caretakers, our hospitals.
Saturday's No Kings rallies in South Florida and nationwide were organized before LA happened and were in response to the planned Washington parade marking the Army's 250th anniversary and President Trump's 79th birthday.
Y'all understand that these things are already planned. The No King Day was already planned before the protests in LA. I didn't know that. I thought that all of this has came about because they was upset about how Los Angeles was being handled. But no, it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with Los Angeles. Nothing. I say it again. Nothing to do with it.
Hospitals. Saturday's No Kings rallies in South Florida and nationwide were organized before LA happened and were in response to the planned Washington parade marking the Army's 250th anniversary and President Trump's 79th birthday.
They started the No Kings Day to protest against the Army 250-year celebration. Is that what they just said about the Army?
They happened and were in response to the planned Washington parade marking the Army's 250th anniversary.
Oh, so they protesting the military? They protesting the Army? They protesting the veterans? Protesting the Army, they protesting. Oh, and isn't No King's Day on Saturday, and Saturday is the 14th, which is also Flag Day. But they just celebrated Memorial Day, for the veterans, the fallen soldiers and stuff. So we're going to protest the Army's 250-year celebration.
And President Trump's 79th birthday.
It's going to be over 1,000 people.
Jennifer Jones with Hope in Action is helping to organize Fort Lauderdale Hollywood protest. She said they are working with Fort Lauderdale police to keep everything calm.
I'm glad that you said that. You say, wow, they have military members in their families. Yep.
Volunteers are trained to be safety marshals. As you see in the handbook, volunteers are taught to spot trouble and de-escalate tension.
Be careful what y'all sign up for, because again, I didn't know. I thought that this was all in response to what happened in LA.
Are committed to nonviolence, so we're not doing any sort of blocking streets or doing anything. We're a peaceful, nonviolent protest.
Fort Lauderdale police told us in a statement officers will be monitoring to ensure safety. Traffic may be impacted. Participants should report suspicious activity. And so police are ready. They would not.
Police is ready. We're ready to smash down. We're ready to smack down on if these people decide to cause a problem out here in these streets, which I can kind of say, because they is supposed to be paying people, that they're going to cause a problem in Florida, in Miami, and Broward County. I can almost be sure that they're going to cause a problem. You say out of all of the presidents, only 3 are Geminis, and they all are memorable. That's what's up. That is what's up. When you have a protest, when have a protest ever been peaceful? I think back in the day with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and them, when they was getting hit with the hoses and was sprayed with the hoses and beat, and the dogs were sick on them. And I think that was the worst protest I ever wanted to see, and that should never be shown to black folks ever again. That march on the Selma march, and damn it, the one that they recorded on camera, the one that they caught on camera where they sprayed with the water hoses and beat like dogs out here and had the dogs sick on them, that should never be shown to black folks ever again. You don't lay down when somebody whooping you. You don't lay down. Here, you better ask what the dude name out of Let's Just All Get Along out in California. In LA, Rodney King. You just don't lay down when somebody beating on you. I'm sick of them keep showing us the slave movies. Just take it. Just accept it. Yeah. And I think they keep showing us, kept showing us these slave movies for a reason. Yeah. Rodney King. Rodney ain't trying to lay down, boy. Rodney did not let people was in their TVs and watching it on the news like, man, just stay down, dog. Just stay down. No, pimp. Something in Rodney said, I ain't staying down for it. You know what I'm saying? You say the accept and agree channel sent you the notification, and YT promoted it on my TV home screen, so I'm watching both channels on 2 devices. I appreciate that right there, for real though. Yeah. Keep reading the Bible and turn the other cheek. Yeah, keep on. I think anything that is showing, that have shown black folks to turn that other cheek shit, to just lay down and accept disrespect and accept the brutal beating of you and your kinfolk. That's a whole problem. You say, I hate all black movies. You say 12 Years a Slave, Roots. Yeah. I understood being showed some things back in the days, but then after a while, they kept coming with them. And those tend to be the highest revenue black movies. That means a lot of black people saw it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like it. You know, movies like Mississippi Burning, they should show that to us in school. They show that to us in school, and then we'll be fighting white children. They show it every year, and we'll fight white children every year. Huh? Yeah. What was the movie with Samuel Jackson and Matthew McConaughey? What is that movie? I can't think of the doggone movie. Where Samuel Jackson killed Bobby Lee Ray. I think that was his name. Did you kill him? Yeah. You're damn right I killed him. And I'd do it again or some shit like that right there. I can't think of the movie. No, not the Lincoln Lawyer. Not the Django. Come on. It was before that. It was before the Django. It was a back in the day movie. Samuel Jackson was a father and his daughter was kidnapped and raped by a white man. Not Rosewood, not Pelican Brief. That was Denzel with Pelican Brief. It's not Mississippi Burning. It's got to be more careful. A Time to Kill. Do y'all know that that's one of the movies that was really not promoted heavy? The slave movies got promoted heavier than A Time to Kill. Y'all know that more people saw the slave movies than A Time to Kill. I wonder why. See, because A Time to Kill showed revenge. A Time to Kill showed some shit happening. Huh? A Time to Kill showed a black man getting revenge for the brutality done to his child. I can't remember the last time I seen the movie that depicted a black man, a father, doing anything in response to something happening to his child. The Nat Turner movie. What was the Nat Turner movie? That dog, I forgot what that right there was. And hell, the Nat Turner movie, black women was going against that, and I'm like, what the? I can't take us, you know. Anything depicting the strong black man is. The Birth of a Nation. And I think that black women was going against Nate Turner, if I can remember, because I think he had a white girlfriend or something like that right there. A white wife or something. Black women was just going against, he got a white girl and shit like that right there. John Q. Yes. Beautiful movie. Beautiful movie. But even with movies like John Q, the slave movies, I think had more viewership than those other movies. I'm just saying. Moving right along, I ain't gonna eat much hold you. Saw some. Got one for you. See what we can do with this right here. We have brothers. Brothers born in the same household or raised in the same household. Brothers ages 13 and 14. Is accused of shooting up a party and then posting it on social media. And they go up in front of a black female judge.
And 14-year-old, some brothers are in custody after police say they shot up a birthday party.
But all the people you're trying to impress, guess what? Ain't none of them where you're sitting right now.
That's the judge that they appeared before who told them she sees too many young people with guns running and ruining their lives. Channel 2's Tom Jones is live in Clayton County. Tom, that judge seemed disturbed, to say the least, over how the young defendants, how young they are.
Yeah, that's true, Karen. Judge Latrivia Case Johnson said the brothers look like babies. She told them that she has children their age. She wanted to know, why is it that so many young men are so willing to pick up a gun and shoot someone?
How old are you, Dwayne?
14.
How old are you, Major?
13.
Clayton County Magistrate Court Judge Latrivia Case Johnson was blown away that 13 and 14-year-old brothers are accused of shooting up a birthday party, wounding a minor. This is video from that night.
I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
We are showing the teens because they are being tried as adults. Police say 13-year-old Major Tolbert and 14-year-old Dwayne Tolbert were kicked out of the party on Pebble Ridge Lane in January because they weren't invited. There was a fight. The judge said one or both of the brothers started firing.
And then posted it on Instagram, what you had done.
One of the teens tried to explain what happened.
You said about the uninvited part. We was invited. That was our cousin party.
The judge eventually cut him off to prevent him from incriminating himself. She told the teens she sees too many young people ruining their lives with guns.
Y'all didn't look at the YSL trial?
Yes, ma'am.
This is no joke when you're out here shooting guns.
The judge said these are only allegations at this point, but she said the brothers' lives are about to change.
You will eat when told to eat. You will sleep when told to sleep.
She wished them well and told them she hopes they can help change other teens who find themselves in trouble.
Maybe you have to be a voice for other juveniles.
And the judge denied bond for the brothers. They face several charges, including aggravated assault, child cruelty, possession of a firearm. A woman who lives near that party says her home was hit with several bullets and someone in her home could have been killed, except they were upstairs. We're live in Clayton.
That was a good question. Say, how is it possible that these minors are being shown on national TV? How is this possible? You say, why? Because they are males, and because now they're being charged as adults. We charging 13 and 14-year-olds as adults. The same 13 and 14-year-old who cannot choose to have sex with whoever they want to have sex with. Same ones who cannot get a driver's license. The same ones who cannot sign a contract and be into a legal contract, the ones who cannot buy a home, ones who can't rent an apartment, ones who cannot even get a job. But they shoot some guns. They charge as adults, and society is okay with them being charged as adults. Society is okay. Willie, how can you say society is okay? Because we're not fighting against that law. We're not fighting against the change of the law. Well, how is we just going to make a child an adult because of a action? A action now says a child is a adult. I thought that we was under the impression that our brains is not fully there yet until we 25. That's what I thought. I thought that they said that society say that children cannot comprehend the consequences and repercussions of their actions. I thought that that's what they be out here saying. I thought that they also be out here saying that children damn it, I just had a thought but I lost it. But they keep making it seem like children don't know what they are doing, so they can't be held responsible in the manner of being an adult. But every time we charge them as an adult, no one's protesting this. We protesting illegal immigrants, though. We protesting the ICE raids. We can do that. We burn down the city for the illegals. We can do that. Your children is being labeled as adults, charged as adults. So he say the Bible say 12. He say I'm going with 12. He say, Willie, only if they are lighter hue and a female, they are usually charged as adults most of the times. You got a point. You got a point. But society is the problem. We be arguing and crying about some shit, and listen, we do a whole bunch of this. We don't do a whole bunch of them actions. But this is what you have been taught to do. You've been taught to speak about some shit, but we have not been taught to do anything physical, to make change. No. We wait for the people who don't just talk and the ones who actually do, and then we stand behind those people and act like we was the ones really, really up front fighting. Shout out to Sensei for the $2 super chat. He say can't graduate college at 14 and become an adult. Facts. They can't go to the military. These two brothers, they cannot go to the military at all. Y'all know that they was invited to a cousin party and allegedly shot the cousin party up. Shit wild out here. Buddy said that they was invited. The people had done said that they wasn't invited. You know. So the information has gotten misconstrued, you know. But shout out to the judge for telling them to hush. For you incriminate your doggone self. Hush, baby. Hush. Don't you say nothing. Don't you say nothing. You need proper representation. And it was also crazy How was she able to speak to them at all without proper representation? Why isn't there a man or a woman sitting behind them, in between them, so the person can be shown on camera? Why isn't a legal representative sitting between them so their face can be on the camera so we can see that there is an adult? Oh, because they are adults, that they get to speak to them like adults without any counsel? Is that why? Just saying, we play too much. Question, how they get the guns? Question, where's the parents? Question, why in the hell was y'all going to a party at night at 13 and 14? I don't give a damn, that's your cousin party. If your mama can't drop you off, or if your daddy can't drop you off, or if your cousin can't come and pick you up. So, yeah, they probably just found a ride. Move right along, I ain't gonna eat much on you. Yeah. Happens to the best. I guess. What is this right here? Oh, okay. Bam. Got this. Ready to go. If y'all just not coming on in, we also streaming live on Rumble, rumble.com, The Willie Williams Show. Twitter, twitter.com, The Willie Williams Show. Thank y'all for being around there. Also, what is this right here? Twitch, twitch.tv.com, The Willie Williams Show. We still at 258 followers. We're trying to get up 260 by the time this show ends. Let me grab my little thingamajig like this right here. Go on and post up my thing. I got to change my GoFundMe picture too. Because hell, personally, I'm just tired of looking at them damn dogs. I really am. If y'all would like to help a player rebuild out here in these streets, I'm putting the link up in the comment section on YouTube. Well, hell, since I can put it on Rumble also, if y'all would like to support, the link is there at the top. We pinning it at the top for your support. We're trying to rebuild. We're trying to stay afloat out here in the doggone street. Y'all know that a player gets shadow banned and all that good stuff right there. So I do need your support out here when we're talking about that right there. Let me make sure I grab that. Now, what did I do with it? I did something wrong. Make sure I get this right. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay. All right. I gotta make sure I'm ready for that right there. Got that. All right, bam. Parenting. Here. Let's talk about parenting. Do y'all know that I thought that yesterday was Thursday? I got sidetracked. But yesterday was Wednesday. It was hump day. Come on now. But today is Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. And then Saturday is Saturday. Got it. Sunday is Sunday. Isn't it something else that's being celebrated on Sunday that's in cahoots with Father's Day? I think it has. Isn't that an LGBT day? Hold on. Shout out to Lee for the $2 super chat. Appreciate that right there. Yes, I do. Say, what exactly are you rebuilding, Willie? My mental stability. I'm rebuilding my mental stability. God damn it. Huh? The time that it takes to rebuild, the time that it takes to repost, to re-upload, and do all that fly shit right here. I'm losing time. I'm losing money when I'm doing this stuff. But, they have destroyed something out here. Them people, Willie, who is they, and we never know who they is, but damn it, YT done destroyed something. They destroyed years of hard work. And dedication and hard work. So yes, I am rebuilding my mental health. That's what I'm doing. And if y'all would like to support me in rebuilding my mental health, I really would appreciate that right there. Sure enough. Same way everybody else gets supported out here in these streets, for their hard work. I like to be supported too for my hard work. I ain't ashamed to say it. Huh? Yes, it's been over a decade. Listen, I done been in the YouTube street way over a decade. Putting in work. I think, 12 or 13 channels gone. 12 or 13 channels gone. I don't think that people can really understand what that right there means. And after every channel get gone, you have to rebuild. Rebuild. You have to keep fighting for subs and viewership. You got to keep. You say you found me in 2017. I have been on this thing since 2010. For those of you who didn't know. I've been in these YouTube streets before people were getting paid. For those of you who didn't know. Just saying. Yeah, I've had multiple channels get to the 100,000, over the 100,000. Yeah. I've been here for a long time. In case y'all just don't know. You know. It is what it is, though. I appreciate y'all for being here right now. We have a father. We got old daddy out here. Which one of these things I want to put on? This one right here. I put it right here. You say you've been here since 2014. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We have a father. We have a father that has been arrested after abducting his own daughter. He abducted his own daughter from her baby mama at gunpoint. Here we go.
Fox 13 cameras rolled the moment a 5-month-old baby was found. Police say the baby had been taken by her father at gunpoint overnight.
And she's since been reunited with her mother. We're told she was found just a street over from where she was initially taken at Winchester and South Haven.
And Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre has been on this case all morning. JP, this has been unfolding since early this morning. Tell us the latest on this case.
So we got a little bit more information from the Memphis Police Department, going a little in depth, giving us a little bit more details that we didn't know, or we've been working all morning to find out. We do know that this started just before 1 o'clock this morning in the 3600 block of Neely Road, just about a 3 to 5 minute walk from where we are. And then we do know that this involved an argument between the mother, the father, as well as some other individuals, possibly family members of the mother and friends of the mother, in that home in the 3600 block of Neely Road. Now,
shout out to Marissa for the $5 cash app. Say, found you after I retired. Appreciate you. I appreciate you for being here. I promise you that right there. Thank you. Here we go.
We have heard and gotten information from the Memphis Police Department that this father did eventually point a gun at some individuals who tried to get this child back. Earlier this morning, they followed him to a nearby street, and eventually he pointed, according to information we got from the Memphis Police Department, a pink pistol at these individuals. Memphis Police possibly still working to try to...
What a daddy doing with a pink pistol, huh? Huh? Just asking questions.
Speak with them to get down to the nitty-gritty of this investigation. But the good news this morning, about 5 o'clock or so, that they did locate the father, Robert Avant, as well as that 5-month-old, that child, that 5-month-old, Amani Avant, in a home, in an unfinished home in the 3400 block of Southland Drive. Again, just about a 3 to 5 minute walk from where this all began on Neely Road, just before 1 o'clock this morning. Now, we have not heard of any charges as of yet that Robert Avant will be facing. Of course, that is something we're working to find out right now, working to get that information from the Memphis Police Department. That 5-month-old Amani Avant is doing well. She got checked out by the Memphis Fire Department, and from the word we got from the Memphis.
Why do y'all think that he allegedly abducted his daughter? Why would a father abduct a daughter? You say, no, Willie, what about when YT did that reset? Do you lost a whole lot of subscribers when that happened? Did I lose a whole lot of head? Listen, there was a time that a lot of people don't even remember. Well, a lot of people don't remember when black commentators was attacked. When black commentators was attacked. Remember the list? They had a list of black men that they was trying to get off YouTube and all that stuff that was pushed by black women. Yep. A lot of people, they don't remember that right there. And hell yeah, YouTube has done multiple resets, and a lot of people may not even understand what that means. So let me try to help you real quick. YouTube will have rules. So you go to following the rules. You start making your videos and you follow the rules. 6 months to a year later, YouTube would change the rules. And y'all know when you violate the rules, they hit you with community strikes, removing videos, making things age restricted, and or even striking your page. Well, if you've done all these shows and videos following the rules that was 6 months to a year ago, and now the new rules come in, they wouldn't just grandfather your old shit in. They would go back and strike channels and go to penalizing you as if you was not following the rules back when those rules was those rules. So again, you put in all this damn work and now it gets destroyed. Not because you've intentionally violated some shit. It's because they keep changing the rules. But say, don't get Willie ad crying. Please don't. I don't want to be out here crying out here in these streets. Say, hey, Willie, sending you plenty of love from Chi-Town, aka Chicago. Say, keep schooling these babies out here in these streets. Hashtag Willie say hush. Hashtag black people mind your business. That's what y'all need to do out here. Mind your business. Do y'all understand that the only picture that they have from the father is him sleep in the car? Who took the picture? Was it his girlfriend? Remember, the child is 5 months. I think the only reason that he is going through what he's going through or did what he had done did, just in my mind, because if you have to abduct your child, that kind of lets me know that the child has been kept away from you. Because who would abduct, what man would abduct his child at gunpoint? Gunpoint with the mama. If she has not stopped him from being with his child. You wouldn't have to abduct your child, is my point, if you're able to be with your child anytime that you want to be with your child. Just saying. I'm just saying. Move right along. I ain't gonna even hold you. Say he's a lawbreaker. Oh, that's a fact though. Oh, hell yeah. That's why he arrested. He is a lawmaker. A lawbreaker. Y'all, we had 159 thumbs up. Can we get this thing over 200? We at 103 past the hour. In case you just not coming on in, we also streaming live on Rumble, rumble.com, The Willie Williams Show, Twitter, twitter.com, The Willie Williams Show, Twitch, twitch.tv.com, The Willie Williams Show. We just need some more people. We need some more people. Can I share this thing with Reddit? Oh, I didn't share this thing with X. So let me share the Twitch over there with X really quick. And I think because we done changed the hours, I can share my YouTube again. See if we can get some more people up in the building once I share this thing. Bam, got that. And let me share it again on the book. Put that thing on the book. Ooh, I think they fighting. Think they fighting. Wait a minute. I think they fighting. Let me go ahead on and share this right here. Hold on. I'm trying to get you together. If y'all just not coming on in, subscribe. Share. Can't do it without you. Can't grow without you. Can't do it. Can't grow without you. I don't just keep repeating myself for nothing. Ooh, whoopple. Ooh, whoopple. Little Slimmy came up. Ooh, they jumping that baby. Hold on. Hold on, dog. They might start shooting. Oh, Jesus, kick the shit out. I gotta look at that right there later. But anyway, he said YouTube trying to get Willie to do an Iverson crossover with a medicine ball. Hell no. AI making guidelines now that's making it harder for small businesses. Yo, yeah. Have y'all noticed that they have been like really promoting and trying to get so many people to use AI? They're trying to get so many people to use AI. Damn it, they trying to change my Google thing to what is that thing? Hell, they want me to change it on my phone to the Gemini thing. You got the Gemini thing now that they're trying to push. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I turned it down. I didn't accept it, and I think that they just went on here and just said, "No, you got to take it." I think that they just forced that thing on me for you to use AI. And again, once we allow AI to be out here thinking for itself, a lot of things are going to go away. Because the more that we talk, the more that they record us talk, the more that they can mimic the human beings. Right now, they can make a whole show. They can make a whole channel with my voice and every doggone thing and act like it's me doing commentary. Yep, they collecting data without paying you. Yep. Sure enough. Moving right along. I ain't gonna even hold you. Remember we did the story a while back. I forgot whether this was like 6 months ago, a year ago, or something like that right there. But remember we talked about Judge. We talked about a judge. We talked about a good old judge out here. Judge Hatchett. Remember Judge Hatchett had done came on out here and say one of our good sheriffs had done felt on her, squeezed on up, breasts and stuff like that, rubbing on that baby. Well, we got a guilty plea. The sheriff has pleaded guilty in the accusations that came from Judge Hatchett.
New developments in the sexual assault case filed by a prominent television judge against a Georgia sheriff. Channel 2 Action News has learned Judge Glenda Hatchett is being sued for damages by the Georgia Sheriff's Association after the Bleckley County Sheriff pleaded guilty to sexual battery in her case. In the last 90 minutes, we learned the judge did not rule on that case today. It's a story that's only on Channel 2. Prominent television judge Glenda Hatchett sued former Bleckley County Sheriff Chris Cooney after she says he groped her in 2022 at a Georgia Sheriff's Association event in a bar at a Cobb County hotel. And this is from an interview that we did with Judge Hatchett in 2023.
But then he grabbed my breast, was squeezing on my breast and rubbing my breast.
Cooney pleaded guilty to sexual battery, admitting he groped her breast at the event. The former sheriff resigned, received 12 months probation, 40 hours of community service, and a $500 fine. He was also ordered to take an alcohol and drug abuse course.
I was stunned. I was angry at myself because I'm like, why didn't I slap him? Why didn't I kick him? But Karen, I was just in that moment, I was just frozen.
Hatchett filed suit against the former sheriff and the Sheriff's Association for legal fees and damages, asking for a jury trial. But she dropped that suit in May of last year after it was moved to Morgan County. In a turn of events, the Georgia Sheriff's Association, which represents sheriffs across the state, has now filed a civil suit against Hatchet, claiming it was a frivolous lawsuit demanding she pay the group's legal fees and damages. Now, I've reached out to the Georgia Sheriff's Association and left a message for comment. I also reached out to the Gwinnett County Sheriff, Keepo Taylor, who is a member of the association. He told me, in part, the incident was inappropriate, should have never happened, and that's not how sheriffs anywhere should act. It's below the standards of sheriffs. He did not feel her lawsuit was frivolous. New developments in the sexual assault.
I got a question though, ladies. Why something always be happening to y'all? No matter what age y'all is, y'all be afraid to check the situation right when it's happening. No matter how old y'all be. No matter if you young, no matter if you old, it don't matter. Y'all will come back. I don't know why I ain't make a move when Perch slapped shit at me in the damn store. I don't know why I ain't do nothing. So I got a question. Now a lot of people will say, okay, he pleaded guilty, so he's guilty. That's not necessarily true. Sometimes it's best to plead guilty to go ahead on and get the little thing over with so we can move on. It's not technically true that this actually happened. Because I got to ask myself this right here. So he just grabbed your hold on. So where was y'all at? Well, I'm guessing that y'all was at this little function or thing like that right there. Cool. So if y'all at a function, was he behind you and he gave you like a behind the back hug or something, and then he grabbed on your nipples and your breasts and he massaged you? Was it from the front or was it from the back is my point. How did this happen? Did he do it quick, or did he like, oh my God, is that like a B cup or DC cup or a double D cup? Did he do any like that right there? And while he was doing that, you ain't say shit. I don't understand y'all women when that happened. He felt on me and I was just frozen. What? And they've done it so much to where us in society were just like, oh, I understand. Hold on. Watch.
Was squeezing on my breast.
Say it again.
2023.
But then he grabbed my breast, was squeezing on my breast.
Do y'all know that a lot of times when y'all is in relationships and in relationships for a long time, men, you guys can't even feel on your little la titties, let alone squeeze on that titty, because that hurt. So you're gonna let it scream. A man is not your husband. Grab and squeeze on your titty and you said nothing. Mind y'all, she older than me. So again, it goes back to, I don't care how old y'all be, women be the same, no matter if they teenagers and or 80. I'm sorry. Y'all do the same thing. Y'all behave the same way. I just don't get it.
But then he grabbed my breast.
Let me back it up just a little bit, because she said, and then. So what did she say before that?
Association event in a bar at a Cobb County hotel.
Whoa. They was in the bar. They was in the they was at the hotel.
In 2022 at a Georgia Sheriff's Association event in a bar at a Cobb County hotel. And this is from an interview that we did with Judge Hatchet in 2023.
But then he grabbed my breast, was squeezing on my breast. And
she emphasized, and squeezing on my breast. So they was in the bar with other people. Again, did he do it from the front? Did he do it from the back? How did this happen?
Rubbing my breast.
So he squeezed your breast, squeezed it. In order to squeeze, listen. If I'm standing in front of her, I have to put my hand out and grab her breast. She said squeeze, so I had to squeeze her breast, which you don't squeeze no damn titty, but you squeeze the breast, right? And then he kept his hand there while you looking at him. He's looking at you. He squeezed it, stop squeezing it. Then he rub your titty. What? I don't understand. It's got to be more. Oh my God. And y'all be adults.
Rubbing my breast.
Cootie pleaded guilty to sexual battery, admitting he groped her breast at the event. The former sheriff resigned, received 12 months probation.
He groped her breast, admitting to he groped her breast, and said that he would take the alcohol, the AA class and shit. Well, he's saying that he was on that oil when he grabbed her breast. Got it. Question is the same question. Did he hug her? Did he just walk up to her and grab her? Was she sitting down and he was sitting down and he was like, oh, let me see, did you get some work done? You know, let me grab on things and let me rub on them. I didn't know. What? I just could.
40 hours of community service and a $500 fine.
So you rub on a little titty, you do some community service. Got it.
He was also ordered to take an alcohol and drug abuse course.
I was stunned. I was angry at myself because I'm like, why didn't I slap him? Why didn't I kick him?
Why didn't I slap him? Why didn't I kick him? And she's a judge who have presided over multiple cases in her time. And she is giving out responses. Well, what is the word that I'm looking for? She has given out, what is that word? Damn it. It's a word I'm looking for. She has given out advice. She's given out advice throughout her years. I'm pretty sure she has done some cases that had to deal with domestic. And I'm pretty sure that she has told a lot of women what to do. Even if she have not dealt with domestic cases, I'm pretty sure that she has in her life told women what to do if in a domestic situation. You got groped and didn't do nothing. You got groped and didn't do nothing, and then came back some months or years later and said that you was groped. Got it. Move right along. I ain't gonna even hold you. Yes, one of the words I could have used right then was counsel. Counsel women. You know. Yes, like a child, she froze. Man, just gonna grab all on you and you just cool. Was she married? Hold on. Is Glenda Hatchett married? You look young. You got a young. Oh, hold on. Let me put it up here then. How do I want to do it? Got to do that then. Oh, okay. Is Glenda Hatchett married? Let me put this up on the screen for y'all real quick. Grab that, do that. Let's see what I got. Let me find these pics that I'm looking at. That's her? That is her. All right. Let me go put it up on the screen. This is her husband. This guy is her. I think that this is her. No, that got to be her daughter husband or something. That got to be her daughter husband. Him got to be her daughter. Okay. All right. Oh, this her son. I thought that was her husband. I said, damn, he young. But I ain't tripping on you. Shit, you can smash who you want to smash. I thought that was it. You say her son whose wife died in childbirth. Oh. So oh no, this is her with Ben Crump. Y'all, I promise you, I thought that her son was her husband because that's the first thing that had done showed up. We playing too much. I'm playing too much. I'm reaching. But it didn't answer my question. What is Judge Hatchett real name? I don't care nothing about that. Still practice law, having Judge Hatchett, yada, yada, yada. And she was born in 51. So how old is you if you born in 51? But it did not answer my question, though. Hold up. I asked a question and it didn't answer. This is stupid. But anyway, oh, so she's 74. She's 74. She's 74. I just pulled up her Wikipedia. Wikipedia's were born 51 out here. She was born in the time. She was born in Jim Crow, wasn't it? They were born in Jim Crow. Got to be more careful. Earlier lifehood. Hatcher was born in Atlanta, Georgia. She received her BA. She went to college in 73. She got Juris Doctor degree or her doctorate in 77. Her education, occupation, judge and attorney, education. I don't know, early childhood and all that. She used to work for Delta Airlines. Maybe used to work for Delta Airlines. Something like that in 2000, 2014. Got it. Personal life. You don't say nothing about her being. So she was never married? What's going on? Shout out to David for the $2 super chat. You say her husband passed away in 2022. Oh, for real? It don't say nothing about her husband. Hold on. Is she Nigerian? Hold on. Hatchet had her DNA tested and it was revealed that she has ancestry from Nigeria. She currently lives with her 2 sons in Atlanta, Georgia. Yada, yada, yada. It don't say nothing about her husband, though. Now, why don't this thing say anything about her husband, though? That's strange. And this whole Wikipedia not talking about her husband. I'd be mad as hell if I had a husband who had done died and Wikipedia ain't said nothing about the husband. That's just crazy, ain't it? Anyway, moving right along. I ain't gonna even hold you. And you know what else crazy? I look for. Hold on. Wait. Well, now just type it in. This is what I'm saying. Watch this. Look at what I typed in. Glenda Hatchett, husband. Pictures pop up. Her son. So is he a son husband? Is the son husband? This is strange to me. I don't get it. And say she didn't need no man. That's probably what it was. That's probably what it was. I typed in husband. It's showing me a damn son. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All of her pics, except with Benjamin Crump. The first, 5 and 5. The first 10 pics on images is with her son. That is strange. That there's no pictures of her with her husband. Did she take pictures with her husband? And how did y'all find out that her husband had done died and there's no pictures of the husband? Yeah. Uh-oh. Judge Hassett deserves better than. Oh, all right. So this ain't a hub. Yeah. I know. Is this him? Hold on. Ever Hatchet attorney who won historical desegregation case dies. So is this buddy right here? Detroit News. Yada, yada, yada. So will they refer to him as her husband? He had 84. And who did he leave behind? Hold on. Bam, school. He was 84. A lawsuit against the public schools. Got that right there. U.S. judge. It says nothing about her. It says nothing about her, so this isn't her husband. I don't know. Willie, why are you so concerned who her husband is? It's because I got a question. I can ask. I can ask questions. This is crazy though, man. But hey. Yeah, right? So was she really married? Was she really married, or is people saying that she had a husband? I don't think she was married. I don't think she was ever married. But it's okay. Oh, Judge Hatchett husband passed away. So wait. So is Joseph? Let's see if he was it. First black judge of the Florida Supreme. And I think that they just linking them in because of the last names. Hold on. Hatchett, who was legal, yada, yada. First black member, yada, yada, yada. Her name is nowhere in here. No, whoa. Recall Hatchett. No. His name is nowhere in here. Joe Hatchett, descendant, yada, yada, yada. Got it. Nope. So this ain't her husband. That's deep. Say Willie done fell in the rabbit hole. Hell yeah, I'm trying to find out some information that I probably shouldn't be out here trying to find out. But I tried some. Don't get mad with me. Don't you dare get mad with me. Move right along. Oh, all right. We got an update. We got a little update. It is 1:25 after the hour. If y'all just not coming on in, can I get your support? If you're new around here, subscribe. They said that a whole bunch of you good people who is subscribed to a player has not hit the bell. So a lot of you all who may be like, I'm not getting a notification, that's because you did not hit the bell if YouTube is sending out notification. I keep trying to tell y'all, I need your support. Do your due diligence as a people out here in this street. Don't fall short of glory. This is why a lot of y'all is not going to get into heaven, because you don't follow instructions. You don't follow the rules and the regulations around here in these doggone streets. I need for you to hit the bell. I got 179 thumbs up. It's 197 people in the building. Can we get this thing over 200? It's not going to kill you, good people. It's not going to kill you, good people. Help a player out. I have been out here teaching. I have been out here informing. I have been out here entertaining. I've been out here helping y'all on y'all doggone job. I done help y'all with y'all children, with y'all relationship, with y'all mental stability, with y'all anxiety, y'all depression. I've been doing a hell of a lot out here in these doggone streets. All I ask is for you to hit the thumbs up and the share button. I'm at 182 with a thumbs up. So that little speech and spiel didn't work. Got to be more. I got to try harder. See, but I be practicing. For my first movie role in a Tyler Perry movie. You know, I'm Tyler. I like this straw. You know, I'm just saying. Shout out to Tyler Perry for how many of y'all watch the movie Straw? Shout out to Tyler Perry for that movie. I liked that movie. I really did like that movie. It has a twist, in case y'all have not seen it. It has a twist, so I am not going to say anything about anything else. But I may speak on that thing on Friday. Ooh, tomorrow is Friday, huh? Or I might wait till I might do it on Friday. I might say something about it on Friday. Watch the movie if you get a chance. Watch it. It's different. But, you know. No. Because, hell, I was talking about it. I've often talked about Tyler Perry and his doggone movies. I pointed out some things. Well, has he ever done this or he ever done that? And I just want to say, good job. I just want to say good job, Tyler. Not just because I'm trying to be in one of your doggone movies, but good job. You know? Good job. It got a twist. You all do not tell the movie. Do not tell the movie. Do not. Don't do people like that right there. I appreciate that. Shout out to David for the $5 super chat. You say, my bad, wrong judge. You say they was talking about Lynn Tyler husband. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. I remember her. He said, Willie, you still ain't talked about the movie Sinners yet. I did. I said something about it last week, I think that was. I think it was last week. I hadn't said something about it. But I can say something about it now. I don't know what the hell they had done came up with this little vampire movie. It threw me off. You all should have told me what the movie was about, or maybe I should have did my due diligence and watched the damn trailer. The only reason that I went and see it because it was a darker hue player who was a star, Michael B. Jordan, and I like Michael B. Jordan movies. I like him in movies. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, let me go ahead and check on the brother shit. But it's vampires and religion and it took too long for me. I love movies. It took too long to get it there to where it's like, okay, something happening now. It's getting to be, you know what I'm saying? It took too long to get the movie going, in my opinion. Just saying. I hate all black movies. You say, Tyler gonna press you for your cheeks, Willie. Don't do it. Oh, Jesus. You said that her husband had done died like 15 years ago? Yeah, but nowhere can we find his name or picture. That's sad. She was a public figure and she had a husband. And we can't find no type of picture. Say, Willie, her husband's name was Charles. He died in 2007. Now, what Charles you talking about? Let me look. Hold on. Hold on. Let me try something else. Let me husband and let me write Charles. Glenn the Hatchet, husband Charles. They ain't got no damn picture of Charles. It crazy out here. Not damn picture of a husband. Now I'm guessing maybe you can get the internet scrubbed or something to where you can have your pictures taken off and or removed, but she's proud. If she's proud of her sons, why wouldn't you be proud of they daddy or his daddy? Yes, the build up was too slow. It like it took a long time. I'm like, this is not normal. Like it took too long. I don't know who wrote it, but it took too long. I've watched hundreds of movies to where it takes long, but not that long. You know, we got to stop taking that goddamn long and get to the point. We got to cut that down. And then with the dancing and shit like that, like what was that? What did that have to do with anything? I just don't understand. You say he was an illegal alien. You talking about Uncle Charles? You wild for that right there. Not Uncle Charles. Not Uncle Charles. Look here. We have an update. We have an update about Dorenia Dorenia Burton. In case y'all don't know who Dorenia Burton is, she one of the girlfriends of Derek Grove, the escapee. Go ahead. We got details.
New details in the search for 2 escaped inmates still on the run for almost a month, as an alleged accomplice of one of the men has been given a multi-million-dollar bond.
Ariana Burton is accused of helping convicted killer Derek Groves escape. He's one of the last 2 inmates still on the run.
Dariana, D-A-R-R-I-A-N-A, Dariana.
Her bond is now set at $2.5 million.
They raised her bond to $2.5 million. So what did they raise it from, though?
WDSU reporter Shay O'Connor live at the courthouse with the very latest on this controversy. Shay?
Charles and Sella, the judge says Ariana Burton would do anything for Derek Groves, even if it cost her her freedom.
Ooh, that baby is a stand-byer. She's a real help, man. She said that she would do anything for her man, even if it costs her her freedom. Do y'all understand that is the type of helpmate that you want? Somebody who gonna stand by you, regardless of whatever.
Today, she's in jail on a $2.5 million bond.
It's common around here in murder cases to give $1 million bonds, and now this lady gets 2.5 times that, and she's not accused of any violence on her own part.
He makes a good point. Normally the high bonds are for murder people, but hell, did Derek Groves kill anybody? She is an assistant. Listen, we don't need that baby out here in these streets right now is what we saying.
Ariana Burton, an alleged accomplice of Derek Groves, being held on a $2.5 million bond for her alleged involvement in potentially helping Groves and others escape the Orleans Justice Center on May 16th.
The state's position is she's aiding him in staying out and creating a dangerous situation for the community.
Court documents refer to Burton as one of Groves' girlfriends.
If they think that there's romantic...
Notice he say referred to her as one of his girlfriends. I had them talk to my inmate brothers yesterday, try to get y'all to understand. You're supposed to have you a little la-la if you locked up. You're supposed to have you one. There's too many women out here single, ready to mangle.
Into connection, they'll use her as leverage.
In the days leading up to his escape.
Look at that smile. Look at that smile on that baby face. Shout out the baby out for having her real. That smile on her face. Shit, this ain't nothing. That shit. I love my man. I love my man.
Burton is said to have held conversations with Groves through an internet-based messaging call system for inmates. She is believed to have potentially helped plan the escape, including potential timing and transportation.
Somebody who knew the system and knew the fact that every call is recorded, every call can be reviewed later, why they would possibly participate in such a call, knowing that it could be reviewed later.
Records show some of the calls were held.
People do stupid stuff like that, knowing that it's being recorded, and we still do it. People do robberies, knowing that it is recorded and can be reviewed. So, in closing, people is stupid. Yeah.
Reviewed later, why they would possibly participate in such a call, knowing that it could be reviewed later.
Records
say I need a smart woman, not a dummy.
Show some of the calls were held with an unidentified man who appears to have at some point tried to talk Groves out of the escape, calling it a bad move. Burton is also thought to have dropped off another escaped.
Stop. So did they just say that another player that Groves was in contact with told Groves that it's a bad move trying to escape,
knowing that it could be reviewed later?
Records show some of the calls were held with an unidentified man who
told him what?
Who appears to have at some point tried to talk Groves out of the escape.
Shout out to a player. Sad part is his little Lala ain't trying to talk him out. His little Lala want him free. Free Groves.
Calling it a bad move. Burton is also thought to have dropped off another escaped inmate, Linton Van Buren, to a home in New Orleans East following the escape.
She done dropped somebody off? Oh, so she was trampo.
Burton is a former OPSO worker, recently let go for bringing contraband into the jail. The judge says she also had an inappropriate relationship with Groves, who was incarcerated, also leading to her termination.
It seems to be that some poor choices were made and now consequences are going to be suffered.
And apparently Burton's charges were actually dropped on your screen right now. As
Contraband charges dropped. They saying that, no, we got it there wrong. She ain't bring nothing in. Go ahead.
Statement from the district attorney's office. They say the charges were reviewed by a senior screening attorney, and given Burton's a lack of criminal history, she was offered and successfully completed a pretrial diversion program. The DA's office goes on to say that the contraband was not brought into the facility and that those facts, coupled with her willingness to cooperate, were key decisions in their decision. And of course, you can read much more about this on our website. Reporting live from criminal court, Shay O'Connor, Deputy.
Shay O'Connor, what it do? Look here. I know. A lot of times we be asking the questions, well, why do so many women have relationships and or they fantasize and or they want to be with players who is on lockdown, players who is in jail? And I just want to tell y'all players something out here in these streets. Players behind bars do a few things that free players don't do. Players behind bars do a few things that free players don't do. I'm finna explain. I'm finna help. They listen to women. I know. It's throwing you off, right? They listen. That's one thing. They pay attention to everything a woman does, the changes that she makes, her behavior, her attitude, whether she's depressed, whether she's down today, whether she's up this day, whether one of her fingernails has a chip in it, whether she went to somebody else and got her did. She probably been going to the same chick the whole time, and dudes have kind of been similar till she went to this other new broad that she saw on TikTok, and it's totally different than what she used to get. He's paying attention. For the most part, that's what free men don't do. We don't have time. And plus, we don't see her every day to really be able to comment on certain changes. Huh? See, they like inmates because they get this thing called attention all the time. They get the attention that they seek, that they want, and it's all the time. If she worked 40 hours a week, could you imagine 40 hours a week getting attention? Ladies, I want y'all to understand this right here because y'all want attention really, really bad. But imagine if you actually got it for like at least 40 hours. This is without overtime. And you actually getting what you really, really want. Getting what you long for, as we say. Oh, damn, man. I ain't even do the main story. I'm so sorry. But anyway, I'm just saying, this is why they deal with men behind bars. Friends. Let's go ahead on and get into this right here. It's just dawned on me that it is 1:42. I'm way past, and I was supposed to been did the main story. It's crazy out here, but I did do the other stories. That's what's up. Best friends. Best friend turned killer. 2 women, best friends, down with each other, living together, And then one of them decided to kill the other. Let's say allegedly. Go ahead.
Were best friends and roommates until one of them flipped and killed the other one. Now the Fulton County District Attorney's Office is taking us inside a bizarre murder conviction. Channel 2's investigative reporter Mark Winnie has the murder in a Midtown townhome where the killer beat and then strangled the victim. Mark, this was in 2022.
Beat and strangled.
Yeah, Fulton County's lead prosecutor on this case, Cassie Hall, says this case handled by the Fulton DA's major case unit involved two stunning women so tight they called each other sister, a relationship that ended in stunning fashion.
You say stunning women, so they looked it amazing.
In murder.
Chamaria was so fun, loving, caring, giving, just goofy, smiling all the time. You know, just down to earth, loving girl.
The tragic story of Mimi and Mo. Okeesha
Mimi and Mo.
Range, nicknamed Mo, was so controlling of her roommate Chamaria Mimi Fletcher, attempting to isolate her from friends and family. It was like she had a stranglehold on Mimi's life. But when Mimi broke free by scheduling a trip without Mo,
an annual trip that she had missed prior years because of this defendant.
Okeesha Range.
Oh, so she went on a trip? It's done made it. Follow her own understanding.
But when Mimi broke free by scheduling a trip without Mo,
an annual trip that she had missed prior years because of this defendant.
Okeesha Range literally strangled Ms. Fletcher at the Midtown condo where they lived, says Fulton County Chief Senior Assistant District Attorney Cassie Hall.
She beat her where she had contusions all over her body from her head to her feet, and then after that, she strangled her to death.
She beat her and killed her friend because she went on a trip without her. She made a decision without her. Say she broke, broke free is crazy, right?
Prosecutor Hall says Ms. O'Range suggested she and the victim had been play fighting and Mo kicked Mimi.
I said, "Fuck, quit playing," and I kicked.
But that Mimi was alive and talking after that, but that doesn't explain the choking.
According to my client, no, it did not upset her. She did not have any issues with her going on a trip.
Defense attorney Anton Rowe.
Ms. Range does, in fact, continue to maintain her innocence of all charges and allegations.
Oh my gosh, I can't hear it. I'm seizing.
Ms. Hall says Mo Range frequently feigned illness to manipulate Mimi Fletcher. And in 2 Atlanta police interviews, Mo acted as if she was having seizures. But the prosecution used that against her, playing excerpts at Keisha Range's recent trial, which culminated in a conviction for murder and a life without parole sentence.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, lady. This is her in the interview and she was faking seizures?
Charges and allegations.
I thought that she was acting out something, but she's faking seizures right here.
Oh my gosh, I can't hear it. I'm seizing.
Ms. Hall says Mo Range frequently feigned illness to manipulate Mimi Fletcher. And in 2 Atlanta police interviews, Mo acted as if she was having seizures. But the prosecution used that against her, playing excerpts at Keisha Range's recent trial, which culminated...
She say I'm seizing. Wait a minute. I've never seen somebody have a seizure or have multiple seizures and say that I'm having seizures. I've never seen that before.
Oh my gosh, I can't hear it. I'm seizing.
Ms. Hall says Mo Range frequently feigned illness to manipulate Mimi Fletcher. And in 2 Atlanta police interviews, Mo acted as...
What the hell is... Wait, sit down. Why is she standing up? You having seizures.
As if she was having seizures, but the prosecution used that against her, playing excerpts at Keisha Range's recent trial.
They used that shit against you. Man, what you mean you had seizures? Say she playing with God. Hold on. I want to read the top real quick. Yep, at 1 o'clock, say I'm seasoned. It was 2:18 a.m. Came back in the room. She was blinking. Blink if there's a problem. Blink. Defendant then asked, "How is she?" And victim said she was fine. Called Towie and he said, "Call the police." Don't know anything about that. But that baby say, I'm seasoned. And she won't sit down. I don't know, like, if you should sit down. I'm just assuming you don't want to seize and fall and bust your head. So I'm like thinking, like, sit down. This is different.
Oh my gosh, I can't hear it. I'm seizing.
Ms. Hall says Mo Range frequently feigned illness to manipulate Mimi Fletcher. And in 2 Atlanta police interviews, Mo acted as if she was having seizures. But the prosecution used that against her, playing excerpts at Keisha Range's recent trial, which culminated in a conviction for murder and a life without parole.
Life? Do you say murder? All right, murder, guilty. Life without parole. Felony murder, guilty. Vacated by operation of law. Aggravated assault, guilty. count 3 mergers into count 1. Got it.
And a conviction for murder and a life without parole sentence.
She still maintains that she's never faked any type of seizures. She did, in fact, have real illnesses.
So we not going to, like, we can't say that she was faking seizures? I ain't never faked no seizure. Coming from the person who possibly faked the seizure? I don't know. They say, Willie, the seizures babies needs an Academy Award. I've never seen that before in my life. He said, Willie, she had feelings for her and the other woman went on a trip with a man. Oh, I can believe that right there. I can believe that. Now notice. What do you mean like she broke free and they wasn't in no sexual relationship? Because earlier, the reporter say, and she broke free. And I'm thinking, well, if you in it like that right there, they had to be hunching.
Together, they seem to have a great relationship.
Antoinette Degree told us she roomed with both women about 10 months and testified for the prosecution.
She roomed with both women. So you mean to tell me this pretty lady and the darker hue is a pretty lady. Y'all broke. Hey, oh, excuse me. Y'all ladies out here broke like this? And they in Atlanta, so they not in New York to where rent is super duper high. Y'all was rooming together? All 3 of y'all. You roomed with them for about 10 months, you say? Or 7 months or 3 months, something like that. Damn it was some months.
They have a great relationship.
Antoinette Degree told us she roomed with both women about 10 months and testified for the prosecution.
10 months. Y'all roomed together. Y'all is broke. All y'all look to be attractive, pretty in the face. All y'all broke. Now I do understand a lot of people can say, well, Willie, they was doing this to save money. Watch this. Pretty women who have it going on, who have them some paper and shit like that, they typically don't want a room with nobody. They want their own little shit, right? They want their own little condo and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So they can stun on their friends and all that fly shit right there. Y'all was 3 women laying up together. Y'all 3 women who ain't had y'all own little 1 bedroom. Oh, ain't there one of them have children, which is a good thing. Shout out to the babies who ain't got no children.
Prosecution.
I wanted justice for Mimi because during the time that I was in her space, I didn't feel like she was being treated fair in the friendship.
Was it people controlling?
Very controlling.
So you're saying Mo was controlling. Mimi was the soft one and not being treated fairly. So the lighter skinned one wasn't getting treated fairly. The darker skinned one is aggressive. Like a fella. With the low cut. Go ahead.
Ms. Hall says for
she ain't got no low cut. She just got it wrapped up in the back. Go ahead.
years while Mo roomed with Mimi, Mo mooched off Mimi, whose personality sparkled so much she had been elected president of the Eta Mu chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority at Georgia.
Alpha Kappa Alpha. Bam. She got a degree. And I guess out of Atlanta. She went to school in Atlanta or something like that right there. But the darker hue will borrow money from y'all just around here just super broke. I don't understand.
Says for years while Mo roomed with Mimi, Mo mooched off Mimi, whose
y'all understand that they lived together for years.
Personality sparkled so much she had been elected president of the Eta Mu chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority at Georgia State.
See, so she is a lighter skinned. She paper bag sharp. You know what I'm saying? So Alpha Kappa Alpha, like you got to be paper bag, or is that the deltas? Is that the ski? Which one? Damn it, it's one of them. Got to be like the paper bag brand, something like that right there. Shout out to our Dodger Trap for the $2 super chat. Say, Pastor, why are they bashing the killer? Say she a black woman. Oh, they should be wrong for that because black women need to be protected.
Keisha Range didn't buy herself food. She didn't pay any rent. She didn't have a source of income.
Being a
told y'all somebody. See, I did say all of them was broke, but so Mo ain't had no job.
Already at Georgia State.
Keisha Range didn't buy herself food. She didn't pay any rent. She didn't have a source of income.
Being a freeloader does not equal a murderer.
He's right about that. So she was considered a freeloader. It ain't dog, they had to be in relation. They had to be touching and loving on one another. For her to be a freeloader, bitch ain't got no job, ain't got no money. She would often get money from the lighter hue sister. And they saying that she controlled the lighter hue sister from going places and doing that. They would take girls' trips, but Mo ain't got no damn money. Like a whole bunch of y'all ladies be on girls' trips and they ain't got no damn money.
Ms. Hall says, barring a successful appeal, the state of Georgia should be feeding and housing Mo for the rest of her earthly life.
My client has directed me to file a motion for new trial, which indicates that she will be appealing the case.
We have someone that becomes literally obsessed with a friend, and when that friend started pulling back, the only way that they could control them was to take their life.
When that friend decided to, now we're going to separate and divide. So this is a relationship. We're going to separate and divide. Things happen. You lose your life. Ain't that what I've been trying to tell y'all? There's no separating and divide. You leave Earth for this.
I think when you see the signs multiple times, you have to leave.
Now, defense attorney Rose says he does not believe his client, Ms. Range, was controlling to the extent that Ms. Fletcher was isolated from family and friends. Ms. Degree says she witnessed Mo behave certain ways when Mimi's friends were around, and when it came to drawing attention to her illnesses, that led Ms. Degree to conclude Mo was indeed controlling. Reporting
say that little piece again about her illnesses and stuff.
Was isolated from family and friends. Ms. Degree says she witnessed Mo behave certain ways when Mimi's friends were around, and when it came to drawing attention to her illnesses, that led Ms. Degree to conclude Mo was indeed controlling.
So Mo used her seizures or her disabilities to her advantage. She was able to get Mimi to be sympathetic to what she was going through. Oh, that baby was smart. But you were broke, sister. Baby was out here broke. They go back. I just want to see like the seizures again. They're throwing me off. I was shocked.
Oh my gosh, I can't do it. I'm seizing.
Ms. Hall says Mo Range frequently feigned illness to manipulate Mimi Fletcher. And in 2 Atlanta police interviews, Mo acted as if she was having seizures. But the prosecution used that against her, playing excerpts at Keisha Range's recent trial, which culminated in a conviction.
She was able to use the seizures. They was able to use the seizures against her. Like, bitch, you is faking. Hold on.
Police interviews, Mo acted as if she was having seizures, but the prosecution used that against her, playing excerpts at Keisha Range's recent trial, which culminated in a conviction for murder and a life without parole sentence.
Do this. That's what's up. Hey, shout it. Hey, shit, you gotta do what you gotta do when you're trying to get off of murder. Listen, baby, you should have just passed out. You should have just fainted and got right back up. Like fainted and let your whole body just fall and go limp. Yeah. You could have hit your head like on the desk or something like that right there, or on the chair or something. You just fall slap down, but get right back up. He like, I got a real illness, just and get right back up. You know what I'm saying? Like that right there with it. I should have been on like the jury. Listen, I wonder if she did that while in court. I wonder if she had seizures while in court. He said they hate no more. Yeah. Narcolepsy. Hell yeah. I fell out and got right back up and kept on talking like everything was cool. You know what I'm saying? Cool and copacetic out here in these streets. Like, bitch, I'm really dealing with. I'm dealing with too much right now. Hey, for real though. I'd add that shit to the bus side. You talking about murder? He say Willie Tyler Perry gonna make a movie from it. I can believe it. I can believe it, man. What our lights look like right now, man. Y'all over 200. I appreciate that right there. Give yourself a pat on the back. Y'all done made it to the end of the midday news out here in these streets, man. Thank y'all for joining the player. We back around here with the midday news. We're still trying to get the people who used to come around here. We used to be 400, 500, 600, 700 people up in the building for the midday news. We're trying to reach back out to them people to let them know that, hey. We back. We back around here. We're trying to make it happen. Listen, y'all, please remember, go around here to the Willie Williams Show 7 channel, 4 channel, accept and agree channel. Subscribe to everything. Hit the notification bells. If you say that you is subscribed to me, make sure that you is subscribed to me. Please check your subscription to a player, because a lot of times y'all get removed from being subscribed. I don't want to put that blame on nobody, but you know what I'm saying. You say you guess that counts as domestic love. Yes, we're gonna put that under domestic love right there. You can't tell me that it wasn't no fandangling going on. Or they don't want to put that out to the public. Yeah, they say Willie, she was going for an Oscar or an Emmy. They just went to, I'm seasoned. Seasoned. That's what's up. Again, I don't know if y'all be out here seasoned like that. I've never seen anybody seized like that while standing, come out that bitch and seize again, and come out and seize again, and keep standing while they sit. I've never experienced that in my life. But if that goes on, y'all, correct me. I want your correction. It is Pride Month, though. Say, so Willie, what is the work schedule we doing afternoon? So don't do an evening show. Don't do an evening, so do evening, so don't do an afternoon show. You say, how we working this? Well, Monday through Friday, the midday is at 12 o'clock. Monday through Friday, the nightly news is 7 o'clock. We back to doing it like this until I can't do it like this no more. Yeah. So thank y'all for joining the players. Oh, prostate cancer awareness around here at the Willie Williams Show. So it's just a finger. So your prostate don't work, your meat don't work. Mess around and lose your la and or your life is your choice. You make the call. Your body, your booty. I am here to help. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm is. I really do appreciate y'all for rocking with the player. We will be back tonight. We will be back tonight. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. I got some things to talk about when we do come back tonight. Thank y'all for joining the player. I appreciate the likes, appreciate the support. Like I always say, thank y'all for being over here on Rumble, Twitch, and Twitter. Thank you. Y'all have a good